What's up? What's going on?
Welcome. You ready? Oh, I bet. You ready?
So what we doing?
You don't have to talk here, but the mic will pick you up there. So,
okay.
Yeah,
cool.
This is just out of your way.
I feel like it's in my way. Hold on.
No, you in the shot.
Alright, cool.
Let's see. That look straight? Yeah.
It is cool.
Cool. All right, what you going by?
So I'm going by? I only go by BMF Cash.
BMF Cash is what you going by. So put your right hand up and your left hand on your word, wherever you decide your word is.
What happened now?
Put your right hand up and
your... in court. I don't be doing none of that. What you talking about?
Put your right hand up and your left hand on your word, wherever you decide your word is. That's where it's at. But hold it right there. Do you solemnly agree that we have your permission to put this across all of our social media platforms?
Please do.
Okay, cool. Is there anything, and I do mean anything, that's off limits that you don't want us to ask you?
I'll do a shit check.
Okay. Now, if we do ask you something, I do mean anything that is off limits. Do you understand? You can tell us no, pass, you want to move forward.
Sure.
All right, cool. Let's get it.
Okay, literally, it's no pressure. I'm your host, Bangem Bugg.
It's your girl, Just K for real.
And we got a special guest. He already introduced himself, so tell us where you originally from.
Baltimore City.
Oh, word. I'm from BG.
Oh, really?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
That's what's
How
up.
long you been down?
I've been out here since '08, back and forth.
Okay. I moved down here permanently when they had the riots when they killed Freddie Gray.
I was in Towson out there during that time, so that's what's up. I was out in the city cleaning up.
Okay, that's what's up.
So what's your I guess relationship like you got in like Detroit? I know I seen some pictures when you was in Detroit.
I mean, that's where my family at. That's home base to the mob. You know what I'm saying? Like, I be in Detroit more than anywhere, really. You know what I mean? I got very, very tight ties with Detroit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So did you grow up with both of your parents?
Mother passed when I was 13, so it was me and my pops, really, my brothers. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So your relationship with your dad, like, is it like close? Like,
I mean, he passed away now. He's been gone about 4 years now. You know what I'm saying? So it's just me.
okay.
Before that, was y'all close?
Oh, yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, that was all I had.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, no, he took care of home. You know what I mean? He did right. He stood up. So, yeah, me and him was locked in.
What side you from?
West side.
Okay, West Side certified. I hear you.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You can hear that.
Okay, so a former friend you realized that was a hater from the beginning.
Former friend that I realized was a hater. It's a group of them, so it's not one person. You know what I mean? You kind of figure that out over time of different people's emotions and how they move and how they, you know what I mean, respond to certain accolades or success levels you get to. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's not one person to really call out. You know what I mean? It's really like a bunch of niggas that I don't fuck with no more.
So what's something that was done to you that made you say like, oh no, they hating?
Oh, I mean, like, pull up in a new Benz and the niggas say, you know, I come down that way every day in a different car, and it was specifically this one car that the answers changed. Where we at tonight? Shit, y'all, everybody about to pull up, we about to go to the spot, da-da-da-da-da. Then there's one time I pulled up in the Benz and niggas like, shit, you got the Benz? That wasn't the right answer.
Right.
I'll be back. You know what I'm saying? Like, I felt it at that point, you know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Now I asked you A, B, C, D, and you gave me Z.
And, you know,
Straight
so
off
you gotta
the
take it for
board.
what it is, though.
Absolutely.
So,
That's good you picked up fast.
I mean, I ain't no dumb. You know what I mean? I'm from Baltimore,
Right.
so I get it. You know what I mean? Like, we get the slick shit that come out of people's mouths,
Mm-hmm.
and we just take it accordingly. You know what I'm saying?
So at this point in your life, if somebody like stole something from you, like what's the best way for you to
What
handle
did they steal?
it? Like just money?
Man, that's kind of hard. You know, you can't really steal no money from me. That's not gonna happen. So we gotta pick something else.
Like your girl?
Impossible.
Ah.
I'm married. That's dead.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got everything on lock.
Nah, I mean, it's just what it is.
What
I
if somebody
mean,
just stole your chain while you standing where you
It's
standing?
dead.
They dead?
Yeah, you kill him. That's security right there. I ain't gonna play with you. It's
Knocking
just,
your
we move
ass
different,
off.
You know what I'm
Over.
saying? It's not like it used to be. And I got life insurance, so I'm with all the shit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know,
I know that's right.
Yeah.
Black people need life insurance.
Oh yeah, I'm good with it. So that's your choice. You know what I mean?
Okay, a memory you wish you could enjoy again.
Oh, my mother. Period. You know what I'm saying? Like I was talking to her when she passed away. So like, if I could, bring that back forever. That's it. That's only one. I mean, my pops too. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
Your
mom
parents,
first. Yeah, period. Yeah, them two. I mean, I've lost a lot of people. You know what I mean? Sisters.
How many sisters
Mother.
you had?
2
You lost both of your sisters?
gone. Yeah, one to cancer and one had epilepsy. So you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
So you a survivor.
I'm still here.
Amen.
So are you like, do you suppress it or you just like kind of like
The music,
smoke?
the music. I mean, smoking. I've been smoking since I was 13, since my mother passed. Like, so I've been medicating since I was 13. You know what I mean? That definitely helped me get through a lot. You know what I'm saying? But the music is the release of it. That's my journal. You know what I'm saying? Women had journals and shit, but not. That's me recording and expressing my inner feelings. Is definitely the way I release the pressure. You know what I'm saying?
So do you think, I know I write a lot and I write my best stuff out of anger. Do you feel like pain motivates a lot of your writing?
It used to. Fortunately, I ain't in pain no more.
That's
you know
good.
what I'm saying? So I can give you different sides of me and different parts of my life. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in Baltimore no more, in the hood every day. So like it's different. I can give you again different sides of the spectrum. You know what I'm saying? So it's still what the music does it for me. That's my release.
Okay, so if a fan wanted to like hear a song about like family from you, like what's like you got like a sentimental song?
Sunny Days. Yeah, if you listen to it, that's all it is. I take you back to a family cookout, a setting. You know what I'm saying? And then all them gone. Aunts, uncles, cousins, all that shit is over with. You know what I mean? This is just growing up. Where you go at every time. Like I took out an older house and shit. Like, okay, great. Now, all are gone. Uncle Sherman gone. Ain't nobody to. Man, that shit don't last forever. For real, it's just one of them. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Sunny Days would be a song they go to for that. It's on the mixtape. It's out. They can check it out.
Okay, something bad you've done for survival that you feel doesn't make you a bad person.
Shout it out. I mean, we've done it. Like, I mean, you gotta survive. I mean, that was the thing. Is like, you gonna shoot back, or you just gonna let niggas shoot at you, or however you just gonna go. But you gotta get out of certain situations. However, you gotta get out of them. You know what I mean?
Okay, so I guess so when you come from a bad environment, what's the best way to like get rid of people who ain't on your same path?
You gotta remove yourself. You don't necessarily have to fall into their category or be how they are. Just remove yourself. 'Cause that's what I did. I just removed myself from Baltimore. Baltimore has a stigma of black cloud over it. Rather, if you've been there, you know, you feel it. You're in the city, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, before I kill somebody, let me remove myself. Because that's what's gonna happen sooner or later. You know what I'm saying?
What do you say to people who are like, you fake if you get up and you don't come back to the town?
I don't own that town. The fuck I mean, like, ain't shit there no more for me. I mean, I got some brothers there, but they grown as fuck. They older than me. You know what I mean? So like, at that point, I ain't got no reason to be there. I mean, my daughter's down here. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was really the last thing for me is when I came down here. I'm like, I gotta get right so I can get my kids out of there. Now they down here with their mother doing them. I'm cool. They out the city. It's just a different world. But I removed myself from the problem because it's a problem.
Yeah. I tell my brothers that, like, leave.
Yeah,
It ain't nothing in the town.
What you there for?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're going to ask for a problem that you didn't ask for because people around you are problematic. You know what I mean? And they don't want to see that. You know how it is. I mean, I got $2 and you got $1. It's like, man, I need $1.
Right.
Man, so you gonna take my $2
Right.
and make yourself another $1. Like,
Right.
that's the mentality that some people have. and then bring you down to their level. So you just gotta move yourself.
So how did you go through the situation with everybody? I feel like we all go through this as creators where you expect people who you love already or your family members to just kind of be gung-ho to support you. Did you go through that where the people who you wanted to support you didn't?
Oh yeah, still. Yeah.
How you react to that?
Just keep on doing what you're doing. Like, I've never really followed nobody. I mean, I've had my own business since I was 19, so I never had to have somebody that I needed in my life. Like, once I lost Mom Dukes, it was like, oh, all right, well, I only have people in my life I want in my life. You know what I'm saying? I don't need nobody in my life, except my wife at this point. But, like, nobody. Everybody that's around me, I want them around me. You know what I mean? And I feel like they want to be around me for the right reasons, or they wouldn't be around me. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, how you feel about it? There's a lot of motherfuckers who be throwing that BMF shit on their name. What do you think about that? And how do niggas be getting down with that?
Well, it's properly. It's only 4 ways that you can get into a situation, and being stamped. That's a different thing than just claiming the letters or being affiliated or being connected to somebody. You know what I mean? If you claim that you are a family, then I'll treat you as such until I see different. And if you didn't get in properly, then I'll tell you that you didn't get in properly and you should go through some other channels. If you don't want to listen to me, that's fine. And a lot of people believe that they already are somebody, or they know this person, or they related to this person. But then there is structure in this, you know what I'm saying? And I just happen to be one of the ones that are completely in compliance with the structure, you know what I'm saying? So I don't care what you say you are. I know who's who and what's what. And I will know who's who and what's what. And I'll get every phone call, I'll get every email, text, and I'll know what's going on. And I'll treat you accordingly. You know what I mean? That's really on how you move at that point. I don't care what you rep. You know what I'm saying?
So if a nigga false flag, as long as he cool, you know.
Nah, it's not. Well, see, when you say false flagging, what you mean? I mean,
false flag, claiming something.
You got a tattoo that you ain't supposed to have. It's got to come off. It's got to get covered up. That ain't just from. That's not my, decision. That comes from the people that have made this what it is. And I'll get the call and I'll know about it, and I'll just relay the message. If you don't want to take it off, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? There's consequences.
Y'all beat people up for that?
It's whatever happens to you happens to you.
Okay.
Y'all mean? Oh.
Why would you be mean? Why would you do something you ain't supposed to do? That's like.
I mean, in some letters, that's like, I'm in my sorority and people be like, oh, if I wear pink and green, they like, oh, you an AKA today? I'm like, nigga, I just like pink and green, you know? So what if my initials was BMF?
Well, then tell everybody that's your initials.
So I got to.
I mean, if somebody asks you, then it shouldn't look like our initials.
Mm-hmm.
Our initials look a certain way.
I was about to say, what if I like how y'all wrote it?
That's on you. You got to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? If somebody see you with it and they ask you about it and you don't know what you're talking about, then you just gonna have to deal with the way you decided you wanted them letters.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
That's different. So you like, I don't own that city, but like, fuck that, I rep these letters hard.
Oh, no, this for life. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And the position I hold, I definitely will speak up and tell you, that ain't right. Or, oh yeah, he right. You know what I mean? And if you're not right, it's not gonna come from me. Again, it's way more people involved in this. You know what I'm saying? So way more people above me. You know what I mean? I'm just one of the right ones.
I noticed anybody who I see claim BMF, they don't have the new era look, the skinny jeans, the dress shit, this. Y'all just make that known that y'all don't allow that shit. These niggas just don't do it.
You know, Meech made a comment years ago about that shit. That wasn't what we was into. You know what I'm saying? We are men. The skinny tight jeans are the feminine look they want us to have as men. You know what I'm saying? I mean, a form-fitting shirt, a nice, Italian cut shirt, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? We are real men, masculine men. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, that's just it. Meech wasn't with that. That wasn't one of his things, the tight jeans and all that. That wasn't. So, I mean, your preference, if that's what you like your jeans to be form-fitting, you know what I mean? That's a tight line. You know what I'm saying? Because that's your personal preference. Not just, you wouldn't catch them really on me. I mean, I like my jeans nice, some space in there.
So on our morning show last week, we talked about the role of a woman and our men being men, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you said we are real men. So what's a real man in your opinion?
Just take care of your business, your family. You know what I'm saying? Speak up when
Stuff wrong.
Yeah, like everybody is a different sign, right? So you got your passive aggressive, you got some overly aggressive, you know what I'm saying? It's just different types of men, but just be a man, like, you know what I mean? Just carry yourself a certain way, you know what I mean? That's really what it is. It's just a standard, you know.
Can you be a real man and be feminine?
I couldn't answer that question.
You never met one?
I'm not feminine, so I couldn't.
Or could a man be feminine but be a real man?
We ask weird shit.
Yeah, we ask everything in here.
I don't see how, but
Like, what if he taking care of his business and shit, but he's feminine?
What you mean?
I ain't saying
like
he gay.
He talk like a bitch.
Yeah, he might be.
I mean, he might have been raised by his moms, and there might have been a lot of women around, so he might be soft-toned or soft-spoken.
Or flamboyant.
See, now you just
said
flagrant.
I said feminine. I didn't say gay.
But he wouldn't.
That's
a lie.
I know some. Well, I know a man. Me personally, out in Baltimore. He's not gay. He is straight.
And Sure.
He
He's
grew
been
up around
before.
his. No.
Sure.
I'm positive.
You ain't though.
Well, you're right. I don't know.
So there
You'll
you
never
go.
know.
Yeah.
But he grew up with his mom and his sisters, and so sometimes I'll talk to him and I'll be like.
So he's getting the traits of what he's been taught. I mean, like, you know what I mean?
But he a man.
He is a male. He's not a man. There's two different things. Period. You know what I'm saying? There's male and there's men. There's a lot of males in this world. Where men are endangered species at this point. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I gotta ask this shit. Okay, so does BMF allow like masculine sissies to claim what y'all
We ain't never.
Okay. That shit ain't allowed, okay.
I can't. I have not yet met one that's claiming these letters. So I don't know one.
So what if you down already and then people find out you gay?
He out.
I can't make that call.
What you think will happen?
I think that there would be a problem.
You do?
Yeah, probably so.
Okay. What's something that you tired of seeing like in hip hop?
Tired of seeing? I don't know. What am I tired of seeing? I don't know.
You ain't tripping about it.
Yeah, I don't really give a fuck what other people do. You know what I'm saying? Like, just stay in your lane, I'm stay in mine. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really watch other people necessarily. You know what I mean? Anybody that I'm paying attention to on my radar, they men and they doing them, you know what I mean, the right way, and they growing, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really sit there and do picking people apart. That's not my thing. So
okay, so this is a Kodak Black. He said you read the text but you didn't get the message. So like, give me something like maybe like your dad told you or your mother told you that you didn't get to like maybe like years later.
Don't let your friends get you in trouble. I've never been locked up by myself. I've never put myself in jail. I've always got locked up with somebody else doing some stupid shit that they did.
Okay.
So like, that was his famous line. Don't let your friends get you in trouble. Man, they my friends, but I'm in the cell with this nigga and that nigga and this nigga. And I'm like, let me just separate myself again. And damn, I ain't been locked up in years. Must be them, not me. Damn, Dad said that shit back. And that's one of them that stick to me. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, what's a memory that you would like to delete, like from your past?
Losing my mother. Like the conversation that we having and she's dying in front of my face. Like just I can't take that back visually. You know what I'm saying? Every Mother's Day that comes up, it's like, oh, damn, you know? Like it's just one of them, internal feelings.
Yeah, my mom said you never get over like a parent.
I mean, you can't. I say it in a couple songs. You know what I mean? I always reference. I said you can't. Actually, because South Pack Wall, he interviewed me doing, and it's on my mixtape. If you listen to it, Cash, Gas, and Tears. When he actually is interviewing me, he asked me what's one of the lowest lows, you know what I'm saying, in life, and that was my answer, losing my mother. And it's just reoccurring every day. You see a mother and son, a mother and daughter, a father and daughter, a mother. So it's like, you know, but you don't have, and that's really one of those, you know what I mean, memories and thoughts you can't get rid of.
Well, this gives you a good relationship because most of the people you meet, they relationship with their mom be like horrible. Like it's just like they be like enemies in the street almost. So.
I think it's better with mothers and sons. Like a lot of women have issues with their mom.
Well, maybe so then.
Right?
Yeah.
More than, I mean, I guess more so than the more so with the women than
Right.
the sons, yeah, because they feel like that's their little man,
Yeah.
right? And then they treat their daughters
Like
a little
they're them.
different. Yeah,
Like they're them. I don't
Yeah.
want you to do the things that I did when I was younger. So
right. But
I'm
the
gonna be-
little boy, he gets all the cushion. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And that's where the femininity comes in. If that's I said it right. But the boy, the man, he needs that man. You know what I'm saying? Because there's just, you can't teach a man, you can't teach a boy how to be a man as a woman. It's just impossible. You know what I mean? You can raise him up and he can do great in life and shit, but you know there's a lot of things that's missed without the father. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so you seem like one of them guys. You know, you seem like a ladies' man type of thing. So, do you? I guess so. With your wife, do you tell her like, I'm allowed to do certain shit and she ain't, or it's like I'm 100% faithful? Like, what
Nah, I'm most definitely 100% faithful in all relationships I've been in. Even for my wife, if you're my girlfriend, we go together. That's it.
we go together.
Yeah, and I mean, if I don't want you no more, if I want to go cheat, then we breaking up because it's something missing.
Something lacking.
Yeah. That's it. That's all. So there's no need for me to cheat. Like, that's a whole nother type of guy. You know what I mean? And I just know in my world, what you reap what you sow and shit, and you know, tables turn. And so I mean, you know, you don't want that to happen to you, just because you know you had making it happen. You know what I'm saying?
Would you ever do the poly thing?
I've done it. I've had an open relationship with one of my girlfriends and all that. We've had a living girlfriend and all that shit, you know what I mean? But then you gotta know that that girl is an extension of y'all. And she's not completely into being faithful too. So like, you just gotta be careful with that. That's a whole nother thing.
Yeah, people be dirty.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, so at that moment, our girlfriend had got a ride home from a guy that she worked with. How the fuck does he know where we live at?
Yeah, that's dangerous.
She gotta go, baby. Yeah, she gotta go. I mean, it was like, you know, because she thinks it's okay now to do what we're doing. But we agreed on that. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. That's not the rules. You know what I mean? That's not how it was designed. So, and that just doesn't work all the time.
Too many people don't ever work, in my opinion.
It could. It worked for a little while. You know what I'm saying?
Until it did.
And it works for flings. It's not even, you know, that's just a, let's go out of town and let's go have some fun.
Right.
Yeah, and leave that shit over there. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, it works that way sometimes.
We don't have their phone number. We don't know
Yeah,
where
we
they
don't fuck what
stay
talking
at.
about.
None
Nah.
of that.
Yeah, using, abusing.
They don't know our name. Nothing.
Well, Okay, so what's the key to like keeping a relationship together, like when you like in the industry?
It's only communication. That's the, I mean, you're gonna argue, you're gonna fight. Y'all wasn't born together. Y'all still learning each other. You just gotta communicate and learn the communication from each other. You know what I mean? Because I'm and she's you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, all right, my bad. Let me not be so.
You gotta be less tough, less aggressive. I mean,
less aggressive in certain
situations.
Yeah, because you know.
Where's she from?
North Carolina.
So she's like Southern, and you coming off aggressive with everything you say, basically.
Everything.
Yeah.
Because I had to fight through life, and she, I mean, like, not that she didn't fight through life, but you know, we just had
A different upbringing.
tremendously different. Until I took her to Baltimore, and she had an understanding of what's going on, but she still has not lived in Baltimore, and dealt with the people daily, and woke up and went outside and looked at everything you don't want, you know what I'm saying? Besides the junkies and the boarded up buildings and the shootouts and just the police, just the she never had to deal with that, you know what I mean? So, we come from two different places.
Yeah.
I had to be man.
Yeah.
There was no feminine in Baltimore then. That shit was not flying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There was no tight jeans in Baltimore.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't dare go to school like that.
Right.
You'd be upside down for the day over.
I think that's a battle like we always gonna have as far as being from up top and trying to deal with people down here. They not used to that sound. It sounds like a roar.
Yeah.
So they like
that vibration.
Yeah.
Comes from up north, but it is.
It's in us.
It's in us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't sit well with them. You know what I mean? But that's what we had to use. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not playing with you.
Yeah.
Like, all right, I'm chill. Like, 'cause everybody, you know what I'm saying? All right, they love Little Baby. You know what I'm saying? They like that voice. I get it. We grew up on DMX.
Oh, God.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, bark at them. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, that's how we, so it's just different.
What's your favorite DMX song?
My favorite DMX song? It's not really a song. It was him. You know what I mean? Like, he brought an energy that nobody else could bring, with the deepest, darkest vibration and voice. You know what I'm saying? And it was him all the way around. It was just him as a person I fucking like. You know what I'm saying? Real kind.
Okay. A truth you wish you never told, and a lie you wish you never said.
Truth I wish I never told. I never feel bad about telling the truth. People need to hear it. It hurts like shit, but I'm gonna tell you, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't dare take back no truths I ever told somebody. Never. And I don't like to lie. So, that doesn't work for me. Like, I had to grow up fast, so it's like, what you gonna do? You gonna lie for what?
Right.
You gonna do, get beat? You gonna go to jail? You gonna kill you? Like, you can tell the truth.
Right.
So, it more or less comes out as the truth. I don't really like lying to somebody. If I don't like something, I'll tell you. You know what I mean? You don't like it, it's the truth though. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta kind of deal with it.
It is what it is.
Yeah, I know in the 48 Laws of Power, they say, like, it's best to use selective honesty. It's not good to just be honest all the time.
That might be true. It's really how you give it to them. You know what I mean? You can subtly tell somebody the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you really shouldn't wear that bonnet outside. You know what I'm saying?
That you just came in my bonnet. I'm crying. I'm crying.
But that's your choice.
That's your truth.
And that's how you take it. But I think it might represent you a little better without it.
Oh God, I'm about to put my hair all the way in it now. Because you said I shouldn't wear it.
Totally you.
Like, let's rock out. Fuck it.
Okay, this is a Lil Durk quote. He said, "I pray my loyalty don't make me a fool no more." So, do you have an example of that happening to you?
We've all done that. You know what I mean? I accept everybody until they fuck up. That's one of my faults. You know what I'm saying? Like I really am open. One, like I said, I've had my own business since I was 19, so I've always been inviting. I've always talked to people. I've always been networking, and I've always just kind of let people get closer to me than I should. You know what I'm saying? That's just one of my faults, really. And yeah, you let people get close enough, and they know a lot about you. They know ways to hurt you. They know, your insides and shit like that. So it's just selective at this point. Who you really let in.
Okay, the last deep conversation you had, and what was it about?
I have deep conversations every day, bro. Like I mean.
What you had today?
I mean, on the way here, I was talking to my wife. She's in Ohio. You know what I'm saying? And we got people that's around our artists that are not in our favor.
Mm-hmm.
So like, when you got people like that in our artists' ear, and we have the best intentions for our artists and whoever's on our label and whoever's rocking with us, period. When you got other people in their ear that do not like us or have something against us, that's totally internal because we ain't did shit to nobody. Mm-hmm. So it's just weaving everybody out that don't belong in. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of, but again, I have deep conversations every day with different people on different levels. So it's not one I can really pick out.
What's the song you listen to for motivation?
Man, it's a lot of shit.
Just one.
Damn, for motivation. Oh man, oh yeah, on the line. Definitely. Shout out to South Pack Mall again. He's from Baltimore too. He's my engineer. We've been doing this shit together since we started. Like he tell people like, man, shit, Cash with me to get my first set of speakers. You know what I'm saying? But he has tapped in because he be in the studio all the time with different artists, and they take him in different directions, different vibes. His level of where he at right now, he made this song called On the Line, and we coming from Baltimore, and he went back to Baltimore and shot the video, but the song is so motivational because we've all put it on the line, you know what I'm saying? And it's just, every day we put it on the line. Again, stepping out the house, you know what I mean? All right, we good, we straight, we ready? All right, come on, let's go out in this world, you know what I mean? So, that's one. I make motivational music, you know what I mean? So, bottles up, you know what I'm saying? I just like to celebrate with the team, you know what I mean? Go get you some money, you know what I'm saying? I mean, ain't really too much else to it. You gotta get you some paper to survive, you know what I mean? But if you want the extras, you get some extra money. Go harder, you know what I'm saying? Get up, get the fuck out, you know what I mean? Go get something. That wasn't something we made up. That's old school. So it's not really one song. It's plenty. I've that's my goal. I like to motivate. You know what I'm saying? It's not really bragging to me. I just want to tell you, you can get it too. You know what I'm saying? Everything's for sale. Everything. You know what I mean? So
maybe even you.
Yeah, I mean, you want a new Honda? You want the new Honda Accord for real? You know they sell Lamborghinis, right?
Oh God.
Damn, that's all you want? That's where you at with it. I mean, you want something else? I need a helicopter. I need a chopper. I need the crib with the landing pad. You know what I'm saying?
I want the helicopter. Okay.
Yeah, because they sell it.
Oh God, it's there.
Yeah. So just gotta get up and go harder. Everything's motivational at this point. You know what I'm saying?
So what's the most extravagant thing you bought?
I don't know. That's somebody's personal preference. I mean, like, I didn't spend a lot of money on a lot of shit. Like, what you mean?
Like cars and jewelry.
Cars, jewelry, spend 10, 20, 15,000 on a watch. I mean, spend 100,000 on a car. I mean, what you mean? I got a house, a couple cribs. It's not really, that shit ain't extravagant. Cause now we talking about what the fuck did Diddy buy? He got billions of dollars. So
you can pay yourself to other people.
No, never. No, I'm just saying so when you say what's the most extravagant thing, it's not really extravagant to me, because it's just something I wanted. You know what I mean? It's just that I have a higher taste bud than some people. So they look at it like, damn, go with that. If you wanted it, you would go get it too. You don't want it.
What's one of your favorite things you bought?
Favorite things I bought.
Matter of fact, let me switch it. What's your least favorite thing to spend money on?
The least favorite thing to spend money on. Shit. I don't know. I like to spend money. So it ain't really like, I don't bitch and complain about spending no money if I got it, because if I didn't have it, then I'd bitch and complain. You know what I'm saying? So like, when gas prices went up, it's like, so fucking what? I never looked at the prices. I had to put gas in the car, right?
Hell no.
So I mean, some people complain, but I mean,
yeah.
what you gonna do? Not go nowhere?
Hell yeah.
That's
Fuck
crazy.
yeah.
You gotta get more money.
Man, what?
That's all.
Nah. I think I care about where I put my money, and so it's a bigger point
So
to me.
you're not going to spend money on the transportation to get you to the money.
In order for the price to come down, I have to take my money away from the people who are extorting
So
me.
you are one fucking person. That's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna be one person. If I really go to the extent of not moving my car, then I'm gonna go to the extent of showing other people that if you don't move your car too, that this can change something, because it has been done. So I just care about the bigger picture. I don't care. I do care about where my money goes because I work hard. Even if I get paid to talk, even if I'm getting paid to talk and it's easy, I care about where I put that
I
bag
never
at.
said I didn't care where my money goes. I just said that if you gotta spend money to get to the money, then it doesn't even matter how much money I gotta spend to get to it.
Oh, well, definitely, that's an investment for sure. You gotta invest into whatever you're doing. So I agree with that.
Okay, so I was just thinking, I just seen this car like a couple days ago, and they say like I remember I heard like when a guy buys a Maserati, like the police be on them basically. So
Tell me where you live at, cause I got a Maserati. I ain't never been pulled over.
I'm saying like the feds, like they start eyeballing them.
Depending on what you doing.
So like what's like 3 things like a person shouldn't do, like who moving in the streets?
Now, if you're moving in the streets, 3 things you shouldn't be doing. I mean, it's just ways on doing it. I mean, I can't really tell you how to move because, you know, that's your own way of movement. But don't be speeding. Don't be smoking. Don't be swerving. I mean, those are just like the normal shits. Like, I mean, if you are moving around with different things that are illegal, then you should properly move around with them unless you want the extras to happen. Oh, I mean, but yeah, so I had this dumbass friend of mine that went into the jewelry store and pulled out 40,000, right? See how you laugh? Because you know that's some dumbass shit. Because I mean, they have to report it.
Over 10,000.
So I mean, everybody that's doing dumb shit does the dumbest shit sometimes. You know what I mean? And not even realizing that before you even thought about what you was getting ready to do, they already have to do this. So now you're all on the radar. That's a dummy. You know what I'm saying? Unless your money's legit, and then who gives a fuck? Because I done went in the dealership and dropped a 20-piece on a car, shit like that, or just, you know what I mean? And they like, you want to spend this cash right? Yeah, motherfucker. Oh, I get it. You think that I'm not legit, but you know, like that, this piece of paper was legit right here. So yeah, take that. Call the feds, do what you want, you know what I mean? But if you're doing dumb shit, then I would try to move a little smarter, I guess.
Okay, we're gonna switch it up to something a little different. Okay, so give me, well, you know, usually daughters make you a little sensitive. So like, give me like a tear jerker moment, like your daughter, like something she might have did that kind of made you tear up, like tears of joy or something she did.
Well, my daughters is 15 and 16, and all the baby memories are gone. You know what I'm saying? They get on my nerves at this point. You know what I mean? The real kind, and they treat me as such too. Like they in their own world. You know what I mean? It's just I ain't know it's gonna be like that. Like they really don't be fucking with it, nigga. At a certain point, like you can tell them no, and they be like, oh, all right, well, fuck you then. And they be like, oh, well, dang. I mean, not verbally, but you know, their actions is
the energy.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, So just knowing that they straight if something happened, you know what I mean? Knowing that if something happened to me that they good, you know, it ain't really like, I ain't got no real baby moments, you know what I mean? Where it's like, oh man, she took her first leap or said, hey, daddy, we've been past all that shit. So like, I don't, yeah, that's out of my head right now. Okay.
It's like, fuck them kids. They don't fuck with me.
You know what I'm saying? They mine, but you know, like, again, when they grow up under their mother, and their mother feels some type of way about you because they are with their mother 90% of the time after they leave you, and then they got the 10% of the mother's friends, right? And they're all talking about the same shit. And your daughters fall into that category, and they treat you like, you know, you didn't wipe their ass, and you didn't take care of them when, you know, the mother cooked something and they didn't want it, and they called daddy, and I said, well, order what you want. For 10 plus years you've done this, like, you know what I mean, that one time you say no, they will definitely cut you off, like, but that's the mom, you know what I'm saying, the mother. And then once the cutoff is there, it's up to her to bring it back, and if she don't, then they just fell into her spell, you know what I'm saying. And so like, that's all, you know, too much.
Do you feel like you'll ever kind of go out your way to try to be like, yo, you know, fuck with me to your daughters?
I've done it. They'll come back around. Okay. Yeah, because there were reasons that you called me.
Right.
And at this moment, whatever reason you're not calling me, those reasons will come back around.
Come back.
Yeah, definitely. They'll come back around.
Yeah, it's like with certain family, it don't really matter if they fuck with you, but I'm gonna still be there if you call me.
Yeah, I didn't fuck with my father for a minute. After my mother passed, she had left me and my brother. This was back then, probably like 30,000, and I was 13. So when I turned 18, I think he gave me like 7 bands or some shit. I was mad as fuck. Like, where's the rest of my money? Then when you grow up and realize, nigga, you wore clothes every day.
Right.
You ate every fucking day. You had new book bags and shit like that, and school supplies, and you went to a good school, and nigga, damn, all right, he did have to pay for that shit.
Right.
And we did move out from the fucking apartment that we lived in when my mother passed to a new crib. And he did need a down payment somewhere. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, you start to know that this shit ain't free. So shit gotta get taken care of. That's all.
Okay. I guess so. Well, have you worked with any like famous producers or artists?
Sean Ski, that's my man. Like, I work with famous producers and engineers all the time, you know, but he pops in my head first because I know Sean Ski, when we first connected, it wasn't even like, we didn't even meet in person. It was off the internet, off Instagram, and he sent me a beat pack. And most producers that charge for beats don't believe in the artist.
Okay.
Because they've been sending motherfuckers beats, and the beats are sitting in that damn deck and never going nowhere. And Sean knew I was really working, and he would always throw me a beat pack. And then I did my research, like, damn, these beats hard as shit. Yo, he gotta be. No, he's over there fucking with Ice Cube and sleeping. He's already been doing him, so he didn't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? But he believed in me as an artist, and if I don't even have to hit him. He just, yo, I'm about to send you something. I'm about to send you a pack. I mean, he'd just flood me, and I know the level he's on. You know what I mean? So he don't have to reach back, but he do. So like, shout out to Sean Ski. You know what I mean? Like, one of the main producers I use. Like, real happy. Yeah.
So I guess tell us about your latest projects, and after somebody's looking.
Latest project. We haven't dropped yet. I have projects with different artists. I have not even come up with a name for my personal project yet. BMF Cash is how you book me everywhere. You know what I mean? BMF Cash 818 at Gmail. I do got a manager down in Texas. Yeah, down in Texas. And you can go through him. You know what I'm saying? That's he's on IG. You gotta understand that it's, if you know somebody, I know you can book me. You know what I mean? That's not hard. Again, communication. You can jump in my DM if you want to book me. You know what I mean? It's not that you gotta pretty much go through too many people. I am the COO of the company, you know what I'm saying, the 87 Records. You definitely can go through my wife, you know what I mean? She's the CEO of the company, you know what I mean? The 87 Records DM, jump in there, you know what I mean? To find anything, BMF Cash, everywhere. Google me, you know what I'm saying? Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all of whatever. If you want into music, want to hear something, BMF Cash. We don't want to make it too hard for people. You know what I'm saying? Everything's the same. So if you want to book me, just holler at somebody or reach out. It's easy. It's not hard.
What make you want to sign artists?
What makes me want to sign artists? Hard work and talent. You know what I'm saying? You got to put in what I put in. Or just got to have something. You know what I mean? It's like, I know some people that got it. And they don't have nobody behind them, or they don't have no push, you know what I mean? Or they just don't have the right people around them at that moment to do what they need to do. So I'm always looking for talent, you know what I'm saying? I'm not looking to sign everybody that I know and all that type of shit. We could just work on a song or something, or, you know, that. I just tell you, you know, yo, you got something good going, you know what I mean? But
what do you offer artists?
what do I offer them?
A lot of people out here saying, well, we do this, we do that. Like, what you give?
We ain't doing shit for you if you ain't doing it for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not. I can't give you $100,000 and you haven't spent 50 to go and get your shit mixed and mastered.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just there's levels. I've spent a lot of money to get to this position, and if you ain't even invested into nothing, and I understand what a lot of people say, you know, you gotta have some money to come with a budget, this and this and that. I mean, it's just levels of what you at, because I've spent a lot. I put a lot of work in. It's been a lot of non-sleeping. It's been a lot of arguments. You going to the studio again type shit. Like, whereas though I had to make an understanding, like, look, I got a full-time business and I got a full-time business after that business. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if you're not living in the studio every day like I live in the studio, or you not on your way to the studio, or just leaving the studio every time I talk to you, because if you talk to me, that's, yeah, I'm either about to go pull up at this customer house or this business, and then I'm going to the studio. Or, hey, I'm about to go home and take a nap so I can get up and go to the studio. Or I got a show, and then when I leave the show, I'm trying to find a studio. You know what I'm saying? So it's just the work ethic, you know what I mean, that you gotta have for me to even be paying attention to.
I think we're gonna wrap it up. Literally, it's no pressure. I appreciate you coming through.
Nah, I appreciate the love and inviting me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's dope. Appreciate y'all platform. Congratulations. You know what I'm saying? Like, any time that y'all give artists voice to speak out and, you know what I mean, get heard is needed. You know what I mean? So yeah, I appreciate it too. Definitely.
Just you'll tap back in. I guess when you have something else dropping, we'll reach back.
Oh, I mean, shit's dropping. Shit's coming. New single, Dangerous. We about to drop that. Shout out to Drop Top Slim. That's actually Dougie Fresh son. You know what I'm saying? I went to New York, needed a studio. My man hit me like, oh, pull up in Harlem. Pulled up at Dougie Fresh house. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I'm like, you know this Fresh house? You got a kid. Dougie Fresh? Like, him? Yeah. Oh, all right. And go down there in the studio and shit. And now his son is the engineer. And I'm like, damn, that's crazy. The song they gave me, man, it's like, yo, shit's wicked. Like, you just don't have, and again, that's the energy that brought the song to life. You know what I'm saying? But that's gonna be the new single that's coming out, Dangerous. So look out for that.
Appreciate it, and I guess we gonna see y'all next Wednesday, man. We out.
All right.